G'day, today we're playing some more Islanders, so we are saying goodbye to Island 17 here. Jumping on to Island 18. Ooh. Now, I guess question number one is, am I going to get water plateaus early and often here? Not immediately. It does feel like there's some real instant, like, high point locations for these guys. But then long-term negatives of that. I mean, if I put one there, that's me done for this round. I think it's only 20 points you need to finish that first round. Oh, this isn't kind. Offering me up things that are going to take, like, large areas of land. A lot of lumberjacks. I would imagine there's some people that don't like being near lumberjacks. Including that lumberjack. A lot of prime real estate I'm having to give up here. $21 for that guy's not bad. I feel very much on the back foot here, though. Feel that what we want to do is operate. How are they? Their range isn't stellar. They don't care about those guys at all. These guys don't care about them either. Okay, so that's a good start. That neither of those guys are going to get extremely sad about the prospect of being near farming stuff. I want to put him up there, and we're just gonna get a few sort of points from these guys hugging up. Points down there. Like 10. $24, $29, $33, $36. Okay, and I reckon we can get more because we can get down there. $42, $45, 100%. Like 45. Here, we'll put you right on that edge so that we're not taking out a large chunk of land there that otherwise something else could sit in. Very pessimistic when you sort of start on this and then you look down here and you can see that that's how far through this we've so far progressed. So the guy over there can survive without like hitting this guy up here, and then so could one down there. And he's also not going to So I think that's what we've got to factor in when we're building these, is that we could possibly have a third guy that way. So this guy just a little bit further down here. We go all the way down there. Sort of the range of these guys, I guess. They don't have to be all the way up here to benefit the two of them. Whereas if we put him down here, they'll at least see the town hall. Be happy. At least one guy. Let's go him as far that way as he can. Nestle inside that one, yeah, cool. I mean, he's not going to get the full benefit there, but it's a nice position. Take the spot down there, though. Oh, that is some crisp space filling there. Alright, 2 fountains this early on should be quite nice. So we can get 18 there. There's nowhere sort of in there where you can get him to see all 3 without seeing that guy. So we can get 16 and sort of centralize him there. But I think that section of land there could still be useful for houses. Whether it's a second community of mansions. Or it's a sort of an expansion of these other guys. Back there is not too bad. Or is it where we put the brewery? I'm gonna need actual land for a brewery to fit. $20 points for an early fisherman's not bad. Yep. We're gonna need huts to get us anywhere on this one, I feel. You're facing the oh no, there we go. He was facing the wrong way. I was facing him the wrong way. I don't think you can slot in there. Probably fair. Alright, another shaman. So I would expect that a second shaman down here is going to be pretty happy. Even with a negative 13. It's a huge positive 32, which I think is better than anywhere else on the map was anyway. The other good thing about that is that a guy down here, we can still pick up 13 straight away from a mansion that gets placed down there, which currently is apparently way better than anything we can get up there. The problem is, I think the shamans don't like the mansions, or do they not care? We just don't want to take out any flowers with this placement. It's probably the big thing. So we want, if we get another shaman, it could be worth putting them down there. Have more mansions benefit. Seems like there's a lot of options there, but all of them sort of waste space. The 8. The 8 down that side too. 27. I think 27 down there is a pretty good get, and then we'll go. It's on the other side of town. We can go Okay, so amazing that he gets 7 from a fishery. I love a good fishery. So we'll center him just there. So that does really knock out our sort of chance of that being a brewery. Let's rip him up. Sort of distance can a brewery see? Those fields are pretty extensive too. So if, say, he was there on that edge, this guy could be to the far side and still see him, so it's pretty acceptable. So let's slot this guy down there. That's actually a pretty good location for just, say, land. 12 points isn't a great deal in this one for sort of all the stuff we need to do. But having that sort of close to town, because if we haven't seen him yet, I'm getting the feeling that this is going to be a level without masons, which is its own little degree of difficulty. Probably the problem with the placement of that guy there is that he's a good get on his own, but he's a bad, like, he's not going to be able to talk to many of the other hop fields that go down. Two towers nice and early. It's something that we should be able to, like, really build up on. The plateau's now helping out these guys. One. Yeah, we're getting 4 for him down there. We can get 14 if we go down that side. And it does look like that's going to be our best option. Like I said, I'm not going to be happy to get rid of those flowers, but I think it's well worth it if it's adding 10 points to each one of those mansion placements. Right, so these guys won't be happy with the prospect of being near hop fields as well as lumberjacks. So they will be sort of stationed up here, where they're not going to have to deal with, like, try as far away from the lumberjacks as possible. These guys. Well, and another pretty good placement spot would be in here. In can I slot you? I'll definitely take that. 16, because you can just see that statue. And again, that's our total area of land here. We haven't yet seen water plateaus. It doesn't overly seem to think that the level needs them because it's not pushing them as a sort of a must at the beginning, and that's how far through we are. Yikes. Oh, we're definitely now needing to move into guys potentially on these plateaus. Well, luckily, the vicinity of the plateaus is also helping their cause, though. 18 down there for these guys. 18, 19. You can get them all the way over there, but they're not visible to this other town hall. So potentially a town hall over here would help if we are using that. Huts. See how we go. 33, so that's still sort of climbing in value. Lumberjack. 3. 7. Is there a 7? I'll take a 7. It's 9 in there, but that is pretty good land. Have to be given up for it. 14. I mean, 14's as much value as I'm getting from those houses that I'm placing down there, so let's take it. Getting up there. $13 further crowding in now. Already short on Space Town. If you could fit in there, that'd be a real nice placement. $46, I think, is worth giving up that space on the plateau. Alright, so towards this edge if we can. Obviously doesn't want to see the lower town. But he'd have to be over here to be able to see those guys, which he doesn't fit in. Put him up on that side, which will bump his score heartily. Although, am I blocking out that spot for him? 40, 45 up there. Alright. You snuggle in close enough to him on that back end again. Alright, so down there we can get 35. Just 20, but 20 we can get as far out as there. Parks I find tricky because they don't benefit each other. They just benefit like there are some things like I guess mansions that do quite like them. But the amount of space they don't take up, they don't seem to yield too much. So 21 for a market is gonna hurt. That's gonna need an overhang, and it's definitely gonna need the warehouse in place before it goes down. See a 14 in there. Get 18 for having him up here. Maybe let's go... What can we get on this side? Incredibly awkward level. We'll just 34. And that's a spot that I won't be able to fit anything else, but other towers will also hit that same location. It's the lack of masons again that's really dropping their value. Get in here anyway. Yep, 16. Take a 9. Take a 9. And you gotta sweeten the deal with plateaus for me at some point. Alright, so a few more houses down the bottom. Put him to 45. I think we've got to take it. At this point in any level, I feel like this is the fewest options that I've had. I think a farming pack has lost to anything else almost every single round. I think they're the second thing offered to me. Resort Oases can at least go on stone. I'm not going to pull much value from these guys from anywhere, unless I can get them down there somewhere with all of those plants, but even then they're pretty jammed. The idea that I can see 18 points and be like, maybe that's what I've got to take for him, but one of my really heavy hitters is really concerning. He doesn't care about fountains, so placing fountains won't benefit him. This guy just seems to not want to fit anywhere. $38 right in the middle. Go 38 right just a bit down the hill. Swing this guy this side. 22. Seven. Someone place here. I thought I had one of these guys placed ready for another one of a similar shape. I mean, these are such good placements for the houses. I feel like I've got to take them for the houses. We're currently looking at 5 points for one of these guys. 7. Turn him around, hug in there a bit better. 14. 8. 21, 24, 24. Tavern. 39. Thing is though that I don't really want to have a tavern. Whoa, right across the brewery. So that asks the question, if I'm getting 18 for this guy and his placement there, should we get this guy down? How close can we get him? Alright, we can get him there. 61. Probably the best score or anything we're getting today. Well, 100% will take that. Well, Temple, consider yourself just sitting and waiting for a little while here. Can't imagine we're gonna see you appear and any setups anytime soon. Five, 6, 8. I'll take an 8. $29. Okay, so 22 is the best that we're seeing of those. When you're losing contest to wall, good sign that someone is not a big farm fan. Okay, so 36 I could get for a guy sort of placed just centrally there. We'll hold off though. I think I will place this guy, I was gonna say right up on him for the benefit of houses that I put near him, but I mean only one house is really gonna benefit from these two being that close together. So I could put him a little bit further out. Apart from that, it seems like 11 is... So you can slot up there, it'd just be 13. So we'll go up here against the wall for the benefit of any mansions that we have that we can sort of slot in between. Basically that one, maybe a second long one there, and 25, 18, 21. Oh, yeah, I think down here's a better, like, less valuable piece of land, essentially. $14, 23. So this guy will slowly benefit from, if there is a population of guys being built over here. Six. We are looking skimp. Can I fit you in there? That's a pretty good spot. 13, yeah. Amount of things I've tried to place up here. Pretty confident to say I'm not going to see anything much better than 13. Yeah, I mean, it would be a dark day if I'm having to bring walls in this early, but I really do think I might have to. My goodness, what a fall from grace this level's gonna be. Even that doesn't take me all the way there. It's 25. That'll get us all the way there. Let's do that. Yes, a seaweed farm is definitely something that will help this particular level. Let's go from here. Nine. 6. 13. Was it 14 in? It's sort of central, but I don't think anything can fit in that space anyway. Well, I think the 36 from that guy is just coming in. I think we just need it. Alright, that's starting to look a bit better. And I mean, it could continue to look even more good if we get more seaweed farms and fishermen. So, try and hold off. But I mean, what else am I placing? I guess the huts. 19 for down there. And 18 for that tiny section in there. Let's go the 19 spots here. Sawmill. 14. 2. I don't think we can get close enough to get a pull of 14 there. Oh. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that spot's too valuable for houses coming in, but they're only going to get worth like 7 or so, so. Now this guy, he likes towers, so if we centralize him to all the towers, we can get 70 if you can see that one, or if we can see both of the circuses. So I'm going to pull him all the way off this edge, just so that he's not in the way if we do manage to reach a point where we get wall plateaus. That feels like a big if at this stage. That's a pretty good get. 68 in there. I mean, the only question mark would be whether we've got a temple incoming at all. That being said, the temple gets 40 for being able to see the statue. So as long as, like, I mean, the statue can obviously more easily see the temple because he's the statue's got a larger sight range. But I think we need the 68 points right now. One. There we go. Yes. That is something. That is a particular point that we've needed to get to in this one, absolutely. So, question is, $22. I put him there. The question was to do with, I mean, even if I say put this guy here and then put these guys on there, I'm scoring 13 for him because I can see 2 plateaus. It's a pretty nice pickup. These guys, I mean, he's an 18 anyway, so there's an 18. Shouldn't have placed him because I could have ripped that back up. We put this guy, say, up there. 22 for him, but it ups the score of these guys to 25. Is our current lifeline of... Well, those 3 overhangs are going to have to work some absolute miracles here. Now, I think that he's actually too deep into the wall to take a mansion. He's actually also just slightly too far right to hit this guy, which is kind of the big thing he has to be able to do. He also likes towers. He likes plateaus. What if we put him here? Undo. Let's push him a little bit further to the right. As far right as we can get him there. I'm completely misunderstand. Was it statues, not him? But can you see that statue? No. Okay. So let's go again. What about, there's nothing high in here. So what if we put that there and then place him 104? The problem there is he's got 2 circuses, of which neither he likes. So 104 if we put it there. We will definitely experiment with this because this is the game for us, I guess. We've got a... Oh, I think that... Is that... That's not saying I can place that there, is it? It's red, I just can't see the color at the moment. So it seems like, regardless, he's going to have to embrace seeing two circuses. 112 is what we'll get for him anyway. He's really nice and low down too, so anyone else that benefits from seeing temples benefit from that placement. Alright, farm pack. You've made it. Well, it feels like there's almost space there. Almost. Okay, so the next thing that we want to look at is if we put, say, this guy here, you can see the sort of range that he can get. So we want this guy to be somewhere in the range that's going to be beneficial to this guy as well. Which I do think is there. So let's say we place this guy at 22 there. And that means he has to be locked in. We can't relocate him. Is that overhang not overhanging enough for him? What's your objection? Alright, let's rip that up. I do think that a potential one there is worth a lot. Whether or not it's the right size that we can actually fit one of these guys on it. So say we put that there. And that is where the market's going to go. He's worth 64 there. You can then put this guy on there for 13, so not much. Just ask a quick question of, is there anywhere else in the view of this guy here? Present eye of the marketplace. But we could possibly put warehouse. I suppose if the warehouse could, if I had a water plateau here, I could possibly get him on that. I mean, the fact that I can get 26 out of these guys up here screams to me, don't waste it on a 13-point water plateau. So, sorry, on a put him on the base, the end of that. It also reaches a point where it becomes quite tricky to figure out even the worth of placing this guy up there, because if I was just getting more and more houses, those houses are going to be worth that position up there anyway. Not great if I'm going to keep getting given fields though. Well, this guy here's taking away from our up placement. Also not great to have to start around and just immediately go into putting huts down. I'm amazed that none of this is considered usable. The ear of the park is just over here. I think they've really undersold us on water plateaus. We've had them introduced and we got one. I'm just trying to see if we can get anything. Really, a 14 is what we're after. Anything less than 14 doesn't feel like it's worth placing these guys just yet. These guys are going to cause us all sorts of grief. That things don't like being near them. I also wouldn't want to try and say slot one under there because these houses at the top will also see them. Same goes for down there. I mean, that 11 will take us through to another round. Maybe another seaweed farmer, come on. There you can see this guy's losing points from the wall being nearby. Quickly make sure there's nowhere more than 20, 23, 24 that I can get for these guys. Top central section, and I don't want to use it. And I do still have the market would still give me net me 64. Get 24 for that guy there. I think I'm running out of options. 86. What do you want me to do with all those fields, mate? I can't believe as well that they've like capped me at 1 water plateau. Like, you've seen enough. 16. 12. Looks like 16 is going to be the best we can get out of them. Right, so what do we want out of a... Really what I was actually going for with one of these was going to be where I'd place my warehouse. I'd get him down here. Obviously I don't need any more. Let's log him right up in there. Again, doesn't really work. It's not getting the value I want to see. In part because there's a wall right next to him too. Let's take 3. The hope with taking 3 was that, yeah, they'd give us this guy. That I could get the park that I might actually be able to fit somewhere. That was a 17 in there. Get 8. You want to do better than 8? Apparently not. And he's not coming back. Placed him for 18 points, probably would have been the high point I would have seen from him. -1 is the best I'm going to get here. Alright, so I'd say we're now moved into the field of I'll take anything for a wall. But I could say with this level, the second that we didn't get given wall plateaus as the initial item, it was over. Like that, I think that at that point it was pretty clear that we were never going to be able to make it on just the island itself. I mean, if I was doing it again, is there anything I'd change? There's nothing about it. Was more about those really big hitting things. The other thing that it was a combination of is it was a lack of green grass, so that I couldn't have like a coherent setup for a brewery. Like, it just continuously is forcing me to have here. Like, it's just stacking me more parks, more brewery fields, more hop fields, and more just standard fields. It's like, I can't place them. You're just pushing more and more onto me the one thing that I can't do anything with. Or the one category of things that I can't do anything with. It hasn't given me anywhere near enough water plateaus. didn't offer me like the seaweed farms until really late in the game, where they possibly could have got me out of trouble. It's one of the levels where masons just aren't in it, which are another one that you can really use to get some major single arm points. I think possibly it's just it's a pain as well, because it means that like I'm gonna bomb out here at 18, and to get that achievement of level 21, you have to start again. I don't think there's a free play that just lets me sort of continue on as is. You can't even find anywhere to put walls. Come on. Two. I don't even see anything. 5. Yeah, I don't think we're making it out of this this particular round. Well, I don't think I can place any of them or gain money for any of them either. I don't like finishing maps on a nighttime cycle. Let's flip it back to daytime. If I can't win this one, I can at least get that. I can have daytime. Well, there we go. I thought I was on a nice run that was going to see me through to the end, but apparently not. Season 2, dying at 18. We can have a look though at the scores. So it doesn't look like it's pushed me too much further up. 1286 with just over 80,000. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.